Over the last couple of days, we've seen lawsuits filed in a number of the battlegrounds that are going to decide the outcome of this election: Georgia, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Nevada, Arizona.
It is very, very sad that we're here in the city that's really the birthplace of our democracy.
Those cases don't appear yet to have the potential to make a difference in the outcome of the election. I think it's more likely that they're just sort of stirring discord and sowing mistrust in the electoral process.
There's going to be a lot of litigation because we have so much evidence, so much proof, and it's going to end up perhaps at the highest court in the land.
He did give us a strong indication of what he was going to do. We now can see that quite clearly. He's been talking for months about not necessarily conceding if he's behind in the vote count. He's been talking about claiming that if Joe Biden wins this election, it will be because of fraud.
As soon as that election's over, we're going in with our lawyers.
Here we are, where the election has come down to these slower counts that are being completed. Trump and his campaign and legal team and supporters are working really hard in all four of those states to suggest that there is fraud and that the only reason that the votes are close in those four states is because election officials and Democrats are putting in ballots that are illegal into the hopper. And it's really important to say there is absolutely no evidence that this is the case.
It is unacceptable in this country to have illegal votes counted. And that is what's happening in the state of Nevada.
It's kind of interesting that they're suing to stop the count in a place like Pennsylvania, where they're actually trying to get the ballots that arrive after Election Day declared invalid, and yet they're urging that the count continue in Arizona because they're behind in Arizona, right?
How about this? It's not about Fox, it's about counting our votes.
So their strategy appears to be tailor-made to where the political advantage lies. Some of the lawsuits that he's waging right now are not really difference-making. They filed a suit in Chatham County, Georgia, which is where Savannah is, trying to throw out 53 ballots that they claimed had arrived after the 7 p.m. deadline on Election Day. Only it turned out that their star witness, a poll watcher, testified in court that he didn't actually know when the ballots had come in. But even if there had been a discrepancy, 53 ballots isn't going to make a difference. So there seems to be some small ball going on here, but I think that there's a larger goal that people should be aware of. It's very clear to me that President Trump and the campaign are trying to sow mistrust in this outcome. They're trying to undermine the nation's confidence that this election is being conducted fairly and that everybody's vote is being counted and treated equally if it's a legal vote.